There are some serious rumors spreading right now that President Joe Biden is no longer alive, and there are calls for proof of life for President Joe Biden. Now, they're saying that he has not been seen since he went to Delaware after he was diagnosed positive with COVID to go recover. They're saying that that letter that was released on Sunday saying yesterday that he was no longer going to be running in the campaign for the 2024 elections was not written in his tone. They're also saying that the signature on it does not look like Joe Biden's signature. His calendar has been totally wiped clean, and his own staff said that they did not know that he was quitting until that was released. They're saying that there's been no sign of Joe Biden since he went in recovery, and there's reports coming out that he was ill, some saying that he might have already passed. And also something else that came out today that is causing this to spread quite a bit is the fact that today in a speech, Kamala Harris, they're saying, had him on the phone, and during that speech she says, Joe, I know we still have you here on the line. And they're saying it sounded like she was about to say, we have you on the recording. Now, I'm going to play it for you really quickly here so you can hear it, and you can look this up as they're saying that she almost said, I know you're still on the call. Take a listen. Let me know what it sounds like to you.
It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call.
On the call. So right now there's a lot of speculation circulating about that Joe Biden is no longer with us, and there's articles coming out. Now, let me know your thoughts. Is this a rumor or is this real? It seems like the rumors lately have been true. It's been incredible. We've been hearing rumors coming out, and they've been coming to light. Now, typically, I would personally just write this off, but the way things have been unfolding the past couple of weeks, I don't feel like we can write anything off. Now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Joe Biden has passed? Did he actually resign? Are they doing this to try to get things going? Now, in addition to that, Kamala Harris does not have the full support of the Democratic Party. It is broken off into factions. We're hearing that now, just today, Pelosi has now endorsed Harris, but we're hearing Obama still has said no to Harris. Obama is calling for an open contest to take place at the DNC, saying anybody that wants to throw their hat in the ring should have the ability to do so. And a lot of people speculating that is because they are preparing to introduce Michelle Obama. And Obama, former President Barack Obama, coming out and saying, we want the best candidate possible to go up against Trump. Essentially saying that he does not think that Kamala Harris is that person, which is understandable after seeing the polls. Biden showing that he cannot beat Trump. Polling showing that Kamala Harris cannot beat Trump. They're saying the only person that could run against Trump and have a good possibility of winning is Michelle Obama, that she resonates with the Democratic base more than any other potential candidate. And Barack Obama, saying we need the best one possible. So we're hearing that they believe that it is not Harris. So there is not full support yet for Harris to take over that position. We're going to be seeing how that unfolds here. We're still hearing there could be an introduction of Michelle Obama coming, even though she has vocalized that she has no desire whatsoever to run. But there is something going on in the Democratic Party behind the scenes. And we actually saw Joe Biden say, I believe it was Saturday, the day before Sunday, that Obama is the puppet master, was the exact words he used when he was furious with Obama, saying he's the puppet master behind the scene, pulling the strings, pushing me out. He is the one that is doing it. And now we're hearing that Obama is saying, no, it should not be Harris. It should be whoever is the best opportunity for the Democratic Party to get a candidate that could beat Trump. And we're hearing all the polls are showing it is his wife, Michelle Obama. So we're going to be seeing here what's going to be unfolding now simultaneously. As I mentioned, now there are rumors coming out that President Joe Biden might no longer be with us. Now, I'm going to share with you some of the headlines that have been coming out here just today, and let me know your thoughts. These are all cited in the description, so you can read them for yourself. Joe Biden's election withdrawal leads to calls for proof of life amid conspiracy theories that are circulating around. Crucial missing details in Joe Biden's dropout announcement leaves reps demanding for proof of life. Now, in addition to that, listen to this. Biden's doctor has just released an update on his health 5 days after he was last seen. So Joe Biden, just to clarify, he has not been seen in person. He has been missing for 5 days, which, I think could be understandable. Let me know your thoughts. If you are the president, and your entire party comes against you and tells you to step down, I'd imagine that I probably wouldn't want to be seen either, that I probably would want just some time to just be by myself and to reflect. However, there are speculations going out right now that he is very sick, if he is even still with us. But the doctor has come out and released a 5-day update after 5 days of him not being seen on his diagnosis with COVID. So I'm going to be sharing with you all of these updates. And also, as I mentioned, we saw that coming out today in that speech with Kamala Harris saying, Joe, we know that you are still on the call with us. Some people saying she almost said on the recording, and people wondering, was that actually Joe Biden on the line or was that pre-recorded? Now, first, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that the Democratic Party would do this? Push him out, even though he potentially could be on his deathbed, but they want to gain control. If you think the Democratic Party would do this to Joe Biden, put a 1. If you think no, these are just rumors, they would never do something like this, put a 2. I'm curious to see what people's thoughts are as these rumors are circulating. And like I said, typically a lot of these I would probably dismiss, and we're going to be seeing here very soon. If we see a video footage coming out of Joe Biden here tomorrow or the day after of him walking around, we know, okay, it was just some silly rumors speculating this. But right now, I think a lot of people would not put that past the Democratic Party, as desperation seems to be settling in, as we are hearing that Donald Trump is running away with the nation in the polls. And a lot of people saying that they want proof. If he is alive, show us proof. Show us Joe Biden. So this is circulating around quite a bit. And like I said, people saying that the letter written on Sunday that came out unexpectedly, his staff did not even know. It didn't sound like him. The signature didn't look like his. And we're also hearing that today, that speech, they're saying the recording didn't seem like him. And his calendar has been totally wiped clean. And also, I think it was today he was supposed to meet with Benjamin Netanyahu. That was canceled as well. So we have not seen Joe Biden. Now, I don't know. Like I said, we're going to find out here pretty soon. If he shows up suddenly, then we know, okay, it was rumors, he's recovering. But if he does not, and suddenly receive word that he has passed, man, absolutely incredible. And right now, like I mentioned, this is circulating all over because there was already speculation that what unfolded yesterday, it was unreal. And we did not see any announcement coming out from him. We heard that there was going to be an announcement coming out today, along with Harris's announcement. Harris came out and had her speech, her announcement. Biden did not. So people are saying, where is Biden at? So, yeah, I'm going to share with you these articles. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Steve, that recording could be from when he chose Harris as VP, says Charles Timmons. Yeah, it could be. Somebody says, who cares? They're all for fakes, says M. Horton. And, and that's the tough thing right now is like, who knows what's real and fake? Like, I've got so many people that are just skeptical of everything. And there's so many people now, like I've actually spoke to somebody that said, 4 years ago, you would have told me some of these theories of conspiracy. I would have told you were crazy and to get away from me. But they're saying now there has been so much exposed since the past 4 years that we got to take some of this stuff into consideration. And we're seeing right now all of the rumors that were going around about this and the Biden administration saying no. And I actually made a video and posed the question to my audience. Do you believe these rumors that are circulating that Biden is going to quit? Or do you believe the Biden administration that no, he's going to hit the campaign trail starting today, the 22nd, like we heard? Turned out that the rumors, the conspiracy theories were true. So we will see. And I see a lot of people saying, hashtag looking for Joe. Somebody saying Obama. Why is Obama talking? Well, we're hearing that Joe said he is the puppet master behind the scenes. Somebody saying that Biden is gone. Absolutely incredible stuff, you guys. So I'm going to share with you the latest on this. These articles, like I said, linked in the description below. Do me a favor. I see we've got 1,631 people on with me live. Hit that like button if you haven't done so yet. It just helps spread this information out further so people can get the latest updates. As you guys know, I cite all the sources, link them down below so you can see them for yourself. Also subscribe and make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people, getting people almost every single day now, letting me know I would subscribe to the channel and then suddenly I'm no longer subscribed. No, not sure what's going on. Subscribe. Notification bells will help you stay subscribed, I've heard, and also additional resources leaked for you down below. And I also see we've got members of the community on here as well. Thank you for hitting that join button and supporting monthly. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated, like BEA Technologies. I see the star on there. Thank you so much. He's saying we are still here. Appreciate the support. Let me go ahead and get you caught up on this, and let me know your thoughts. I saw all the ones coming in that they said, all the people in the room right now, tons of ones saying they would not put it past the Democratic Party to let Joe Biden pass or have him pass, or, some speculating make him pass and just say, oh, he has resigned and it's passing on to Kamala. Now, this one coming out here, this one is from the Daily Star, says Joe Biden's election withdrawal leads to calls for proof of life amid conspiracy theories. In a shocking announcement on Sunday yesterday, President Joe Biden announced that he would be bowing out of the 2024 election fray, but there's a twist. Not a single picture or a video has been captured of this monumental moment when a president with half a century in political limelight opts out of the race for another term. Now, the absence of any visual proof has sparked a fresh conspiracy among Republicans online about Biden's conditions. Firebrand Lauren Boebert is calling for proof of life by 5 p.m. today. That has not been provided, after noting that the missing evidence of Biden. Right-wing talk show host Charlie Kirk stirred the pot today, floating the unfounded claim that Biden wasn't simply at home in Delaware shaking off COVID-19 with a post on X. He instead bandied about the claim that President Biden had passed. Now, mysteriously, there was a stand-down order, and the USSS informed local Vegas PD that they were going to medevac the President of the United States to Johns Hopkins, which they presumed meant fly him back east ASAP. Apparently, the rumor mill in the police department was that Joe Biden was passing away, or possibly had already passed, they said. This, according to reports from the Mirror US. So this coming out from the Vegas PD. They're saying there are members of Vegas PD that said that the President of the United States was going to be flying out to Johns Hopkins and that he was in a state where he was passing away. He was so ill, or that he had already passed. And they're saying this is from the COVID. And here's the tweet that came out from Charlie Kirk. Says, got a weird lead on a story that people should look into. I got a call from a source close to the Las Vegas Metro. The official story was that Joe Biden's trip was cut short last week due to COVID. However, according to the sources, the U.S. Secret Service informed the Metro that there was, and it cuts off here, but essentially saying the potential that he is passing away. Now, today, Boebert retweeted Kirk's theory and demanded that Biden show proof of life today by 5 p.m. He needs to get in front of the cameras and discuss if he's aware that he has dropped out. Wow, they're saying that maybe he is ill and he doesn't even know that they're moving forward with him saying that he's dropped out, and it wasn't even him. Maybe he's sick and he doesn't even know. Because as we heard, they were saying the draft of that letter didn't sound like his language. The signature didn't look like his either, and his calendar has been totally wiped clean. The conspiracy theory has been doing its rounds on X, with various accounts sharing infographics comparing Democrats' signatures as they widely speculate about who could have signed Biden's letter. Others are convinced there's been a coup against him. Not one to shy away from controversy, GOP Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene threw her opinion into the mix, which is now being dissected by internet sleuths. The Democrats, the IC, and their activists in the media have been lying to us, saying that there's nothing wrong with Biden for years. Next, they start a coup against him, demanding that he drop out of the race when they couldn't hide it anymore, she said. Then came the assassination attempt on Trump for the crime of winning. Today, Joe Biden, after weeks of saying he's in, announces that he's dropping out of the presidential race, but remains president of the United States. The Bidens must have gotten the price that they demanded for the presidential library that will pay the entire family for years to come, she added. Wow. Saying that they paid off the family to have him drop out. Man, let me know your thoughts. Now, I saw all those ones coming in, people saying they would not put it past the Democratic Party at this time. Absolutely incredible. Freedom, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Says, Steve, it's drama. or they want people to feel sorry for this corrupt president and the head lady Secret Service needs to resign. Lots of evil stuff going on in the Liberal Party. It's a no-brainer. Trump 2024 says Freedom. Thank you, Freedom, for that $20 super chat. And you guys, let me know in the comments if you agree with Freedom that it should be Trump 2024. If you believe it, put a 45. If you think no, it should be somebody else, put a 47. But it looks like this is the end of 46, whether he knows it or not, whether he's still with us or not. My goodness, who knows what is going on. We're going to be finding out soon, though. I believe here shortly, we'll see if Biden makes an appearance or if there is some sort of an announcement that comes out that he has passed. Now, like I said, regardless, I will keep you guys up to date here on the channel. Adam ST, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, Trump is king. I've seen a lot of 45s pouring in, you guys. We've got over 1,900 people live with me in the room. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you appreciate the live updates. Actually, just need 120 more likes to get 1,000 likes while we are live right now. Please do so. I would appreciate it. Help spread this out further. Subscribe to stay up to date. Make sure you're still subscribed. But let's continue on with this article. And it says, then came the assassination attempt on Trump for the crime of winning. Today, Joe Biden, after weeks of saying that he is in, announces that he's going to be dropping out of the presidential race, but remains president of the United States. The Bidens must have gotten the price that they demanded for the presidential library that will pay for the entire family for years to come. Marjorie Taylor Greene added fueling fire to the speculations. Despite Biden's repeated insistence that he would remain in the race, Republicans confidently attended the RNC under the assumption that victory was assured for Donald Trump. Trump, who had been polling significantly higher since Biden's debate blunder, only took one jab at Biden during his RNC speech, which was usual. However, the moment Biden endorsed Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee, top Republicans, including their outspoken leader Trump, launched an immediate offensive against Harris. Trump wasted no time in criticizing Harris on Truth Social following the announcement and has continued to do so over the past 24 hours. Now, in a recent post on his own social media platform, Trump wrote, Joe Biden will go down as the worst president in the history of the United States. Kamala, our horrible and incompetent border czar, will be worse. Kamala Harris responded by announcing her intention to run and win, promising to secure the votes of delegates at the upcoming Democratic National Convention. Man, wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Char, thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Steve, for all your hard work and keeping us informed. You are very welcome, Char. I will continue to do so. I'll let you know whatever is announced when Biden makes his appearance, or if there is some sort of announcement that he has passed, I will keep you up to date. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Donald Trump that Joe Biden is the worst president that we've had in the United States, but Kamala, if she becomes president, will be even worse? Who do you think would be worse? Put a 3 if you think Kamala would be worse than Biden. Put a 4 if you think no, Biden would still be worse than Kamala. So Kamala would be worse than Biden is a 3. Biden worse than Kamala is a 4. Let me know your thoughts. Whoa, a lot of 3s. People saying that as bad as Biden is, that Kamala Harris would be worse. Agreeing with former President Donald Trump in his statement after the announcement that took place this weekend. Wow. Also, thank you for the super chats. I see Madison sent a $2 super chat. They put some funny in his ice cream. And the Sugar, $2 super chat. Steve, it kicked me out. What happened? Oh, man, Sugar, I am not sure what happened, but I am glad you're back with us. Yeah, not sure what's going on with that. People also telling me they're getting unsubscribed from the channel. Make sure you stay subscribed. I'll keep you up to speed on everything. Now, this coming out from the doctors. Okay, so this is what the doctors are saying. So if we find out that he has passed, that means the doctors are in on it too, because there's a report coming out that he's recovering from the doctors. This coming out from the Daily Mail says Biden's doctors releases an update on his health 5 days after he was last seen when he was diagnosed with COVID. President Joe Biden's COVID-19 symptoms nearly cleared up 5 days after he was diagnosed with the virus for the third time, according to the White House physician Kevin O'Connor. Now, Biden has not been seen for 5 days after his COVID diagnosis. Since his first public actions of dropping out of the race, he has not been seen. He released a 3-paragraph statement. Now, the latest information on Biden's condition comes amid speculation and conspiracies running around online that the president is either more sick than before, or it is being shared that he is incapacitated at this time, or he is actually deceased. His symptoms have almost resolved completely, O'Connor wrote in the latest update on Biden's recovery. He insists the president continues to perform all of his presidential duties. So the doctor is insisting that Biden is live and well, and he's kicking away, and he's actually recovering. Like I said, we will see here very soon. There has to be some sort of public appearance or some sort of announcement. Speculation is swirling that there is something nefarious going on in the White House and that Biden might not have been behind the decision to end his re-election campaign. Wow, man, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that he is sick, maybe incapacitated, and while he is, they're actually drafting up a letter, putting his signature on it, sending out tweets for him, claiming that he has now stepped back and he didn't even know it. Maybe he's ill and he's going to wake up and find out that he is no longer going to be running in the 2024 campaign. Man, that would be absolutely incredible. Now, here I'm looking at the official letter, physician to the president, the White House, this coming out today. Memorandum for Karine Jean-Pierre, assistant to the president of the White House, press secretary from Kevin O'Connor. It says physician for the president, President Joe Biden COVID update. President Biden completed his 10th dose of Paxlovid this morning. 10 doses so far. His symptoms have almost resolved completely. His pulse, his blood pressure, his respiratory rate, and his temperature remain absolutely normal. His oxygen saturation continues to be excellent on room air. His lungs remain clear. The president continues to perform all of his presidential duties. I will continue to keep your office updated with any changes in his condition or treatment plan. Recently submitted, Kevin C. O'Connor, DOFAAFP, physician to the president, the White House. Wow. So they're saying that they've got an official letter stating that he is fine. Now, Republicans are now demanding proof of life from Biden after he dropped out of the race via a letter posted on social media. Biden was last seen on Wednesday when he arrived in Delaware after being pulled from a campaign trail when he received, in the middle of the swing through Nevada, a positive COVID-19 diagnosis. Now, the 81-year-old president announced the end of his campaign in a one-page note posted on X on Sunday. I will speak to the nation later this week in more details about my decision, Biden wrote in the letter. Vice President Kamala Harris arrived at the White House on Monday, but still there are no pictures or any sightings that have been made of Joe Biden yet. Donald Trump said Biden's sickness was a ruse by the Democrats to get him off of the campaign trail and out of the race. The former president wrote on Truth Social account, Biden never had COVID. He is a threat to democracy. And Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the independent presidential candidate for 2024, says that VP Harris helped cover up Biden's decline ahead of his dropout. Wow. Now, let me know your thoughts on this. We're hearing this is going to be a major ding against Harris if she tries to run against Trump. And that is the fact that they're saying that this entire time, we have seen a cognitive decline of Joe Biden. Let me know if you feel that way as well. We've been hearing that the White House has been gaslighting the American people, saying, no, he's fine. There's just editing on the other side, saying that he is not in a good place mentally to be able to run. We've heard them say he's fit. He wears out everybody else. He's going so strong. We heard this from the White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, that he's alive and well. He's running. He's going to be fine. But what we're hearing is that this gaslighting is what took place. It's telling us that what we see with our eyes, we can't even believe. That they're saying, what are you talking about? We saw it. He's fine. But what everybody else saw was that he is not fine, that he's been in decline, but they've been saying it's been editing, it's been AI, it's been a deep fake. But after what we saw in that first debate, they're saying even never Trumpers said you can see a cognitive decline. It is apparent. It can't be hidden anymore. That Biden has been in decline and that he is not going to be able, he's not going to be fit to run our nation for another 4 years. What they're saying is Kamala Harris has known all the time, along with his administration. They've been covering this up. They've been hiding it from the American people until it was so evident that it couldn't be hid anymore. And now they've decided that they are going to remove him. They're saying this is going to be a major ding against her campaign that Trump is going to exploit. One of the major things that they're saying that Trump is going to do is saying, how can you trust Kamala Harris when she has been covering this up the entire time? She is not somebody that can be trusted. And actually, after the announcement yesterday, the Trump campaign, they released this exact same video smearing Kamala Harris, saying she has known, she's been a part of this secret the whole time, covering up the fact that Biden is in decline, just having him as a puppet, that she has ruined the nation, and that now she wants to be the president and the leader. It's just going to get worse. Man, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you think that Kamala has known this all along? If you think that she's known all along, put a 5 in the comments. If you think no, that maybe she hasn't known, put a 6. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And there we go. I see the 5s pouring in. People saying, yep, she has known this all along. Now, let's see here. Now, as I mentioned, Trump said that Biden never even had COVID, that he needed to exit. Robert F. Kennedy said that he has been in decline, and Harris has known about it. The perception here is that President Biden was forced out. RFK Jr. told Fox News and called Harris the concealer in chief. Wow. Kamala has a lot of explaining to do because she was seeing the president every single day, he continued. She was telling the American public, he's completely capable of running the country. There's no sign of deterioration. There's no sign of cognitive impairment. That clearly was not true. Now, Lauren Boebert tweeted this out. I demand proof of life from Joe Biden today by 5 p.m. He needs to get in front of some camera and discuss if he's aware that he has even dropped out. Hiding is completely unacceptable. Wow. Now, let me know your thoughts. Now, if we're getting these reports from the Vegas police that he was extremely sick, I don't think that that's necessarily like a bad point to make. Hey, can you please prove to us? Put him on camera, show us him live, so that way we can see that he has actually made this decision. Is he aware of this? What is going on here? I think that is not an unreasonable ask. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, despite Biden's line vowing to address the nation, Republicans are still skeptical of his health status and are demanding he emerge by the end of the day on Monday to confirm in person his decision to drop out, which has not yet been fulfilled. I demand proof of life from Joe Biden by 5 p.m. today, said Lauren Boebert in a post on X on Monday today. He needs to get in front of some cameras. He needs to discuss this. If he's aware that he's even dropped out, hiding is unacceptable. Republican National Committee woman from California, Harmeet Dilhan, posted on X, would anyone else here like to know the whereabouts of the current health status of President Joe Biden? Freedom, thank you for the $10 super chat. He said Biden will never resign. He will continue to destroy our country to the last day of being in office. God Almighty will expose all his evil. Man, thank you, Freedom, for that. And thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that a ton. And journalist Glenn Greenwald, an anti-Biden left-winger, posted on social media site deeming it's strange and wrong that Biden has yet to give a televised announcement. I don't endorse Biden's conspiracy, but still, it's strange and wrong that Biden hasn't spoken, given the historic magnitude of this announcement, Greenwald wrote. Having a president drop out by tweet and then disappear bizarrely, if he's well enough to decide, then he's well enough to speak on this. The last spotting of Biden was when he disembarked from Air Force One in Dover, Delaware on Wednesday evening following the positive COVID-19 test. Biden's health was ultimately what ended his campaign after a disastrous debate against Donald Trump, who's 78 years old, last month, and speculations are swirling over his fitness for office. Worries were only exasperated after president's younger brother said that it was a factor in him standing down. I'm incredibly proud of my brother. Selfishly, I will have him back to enjoy whatever time we have left, Frank Biden told CBS News. Wow, he said whatever time we have left. Biden's first action after dropping out of the race was to release a statement on the death of a young black mother, Sonia Macy, at the hands of law enforcement. Let's see here. So that was the last statement. Harris, who was seen arriving at the White House on Monday morning, posted on X, "It's the first full day of our campaign, so I'm heading up to Wilmington, Delaware, later to say hello to our staff in the headquarters. One day down, 105 to go. Together, we're going to win this," she added. Students for Trump Director Ryan Fournier replied to the tweet, "Is Joe Biden alive?" And that is the exact phrase right now that is just going viral around social media. Is he still alive? Joe Biden has not been seen in the public since he boarded the plane in an extremely unsteady health on Friday, wrote Jeff Blahar, a podcaster's host and writer for National Review. He resigned the nomination in a poorly written statement, clearly penned by a subordinate, he said on X. He endorsed Kamala Harris only in a tweet, later sent by social media accounts he does not control or use. He has not been seen in public since then, he went on. Kamala Harris is speaking this morning before he has even explained why he's stepping back from the American people. He is in a perilous state right now, is my guess. How perilous? You guess for yourself, he said. Man, let me know your thoughts. Now, I had mentioned that do you think that the Democrats would do this? We had a bunch of people say yes, they would not put it past them. Do you think that this is what's going on? Maybe he's still alive. Maybe he doesn't even know that this is going on. Now, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Biden knows and that these are rumors? If you think that Biden knows and these are rumors, put a 7 in the comments. If you think that the Democrats are pushing him out and he might not even know or might not even be alive, put an 8. So if Biden knows what's going on and all of these are just rumors, put a 7. But if Biden might be already past or doesn't know what's going on, put an 8. Wow, look at the 8s pouring in. People are saying they think that this is actually what is going on. That not only are these not rumors, but Biden doesn't even know, that they're just pushing forward ahead. And like I said, the argument for this that has been coming out in the past 24 hours is that we have not seen Biden since Wednesday. Nobody has seen him since Wednesday. The letter that came out, they said, was not drafted by him. The signature did not look like it was his. It was released on social media platforms that he does not control. His calendar has been completely wiped out. Today, he was supposed to meet with Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel. Didn't meet with him. Today, Kamala Harris had a speech, and in the speech, Biden was supposed to be on the line, and she said, "Joe, I know you're still here on the call." People saying that it was a recording, and she almost said it. And now also they're saying that just there was actually reports coming out from the Vegas police that they needed to send him to Johns Hopkins ASAP because he was in a deathly situation with his illness, or that he had already passed. And again, not saying that this is true, but these are the rumors that are circulating around. This is all over the social media right now. And it's really hard to overlook the rumors right now when we have seen that so many of them have been true. Absolutely incredible. When I reported to you back on Thursday or Wednesday, I think it was, that we had heard that as soon as Sunday, President Joe Biden was going to be dropping out, that he was not going to be endorsing Kamala Harris, that Obama and Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, 30 members of Congress were pushing for an open contest that's going to be coming in the DNC in August. And guess what? Turned out the rumors were true. So, man, and here we have another one, a big one, and we're going to be finding out. You guys, if the news comes out that Joe Biden has passed, man, this is going to be incredible. The question will then be, did Joe Biden even know, you guys? Did he even know that this was going on? Absolutely incredible. So we're going to be finding out here very soon. I think, there's got to be either a showing of Biden or there's going to be some sort of announcement of his passing. So we will see. And a lot of people here in the chat saying they think that he has passed, or maybe he doesn't even know that this is going on. We shall see. We will see. As soon as he has a physical appearance, I will be sure to share it here on the channel so that way you guys can see it for yourself. And like I said, I will share it either way. Now, what we also have heard is that Kamala Harris, we're hearing that potentially her VP pick could be coming here very soon. a lot of speculation that that VP pick is going to be Hillary Clinton. The Clintons coming out and endorsing her, along with Soros, the Soros family, and the Clintons. And also, we're hearing that Gavin Newsom, several others, Shapiro, these governors coming out and supporting Harris. But we're hearing that it is likely going to be Clinton or maybe a governor of a state that has not yet been announced. We will see who she picks as her VP pick, but it is not certain. She does not yet have the support of the Obamas and of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. They are holding out, not endorsing her, because they are saying that we need the best candidate possible to run against Trump, meaning they don't think that it's Kamala Harris. And according to the polls, it's not. They're saying Kamala Harris actually will do worse than Biden against Trump. And what we're hearing, you guys, is that the only person that the Democrats have that resonates with the Democratic base and that people will get behind is, you guessed it, I see Michelle Obama. I see Ray Santiago saying Big Mike, Michelle Obama. So right now we're hearing that former President Barack Obama, Chuck Schumer, a lot of these people are calling for the open contest at the DNC because they want to prepare for the introduction of Michelle Obama to run for the 2024 elections against Donald Trump. Man, so we will see. Again, the rumor mill is going nuts, but so far the rumor mill has been correct. We're going to see what's going on. Now, I see we've got almost 2,300 people live with me here on the channel. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. If I could get another just 20 likes, we could have 1,600 likes on this update. That would be awesome. And like I said, though, I will keep you guys up to date on everything so you know exactly what's going on. Maria Aravia saying Trump, Trump, Trump. And I've seen a lot of people saying it doesn't matter who the Democrats pick. They're going to get wiped out with Trump, you guys. KD is saying, Steve, you are correct about Obama. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. Obama not endorsing Harris. Harris does not have the full support yet of the Democratic Party. Biden coming out on Saturday saying Obama is the puppet master pulling the strings behind the scenes. He's the one forcing me out, and he is the one that is getting people to come together against me. And now we're hearing he is also the one that's coming out and saying no to Harris. So we will see. We will see who the true puppet master is, because if it is Obama, that means that we will see an open contest at the DNC, and we will probably see the introduction of Michelle Obama. Now, also, I had shared with you guys yesterday that we had heard that, what's his name? And now I'm drawing a blank. Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin said he might take a run for it. That was yesterday. Now we're hearing today he has said, he has confirmed, no, I'm not going to make a run for it. I'm not going to do it. So Joe is out. Hearing that Joe Manchin is not going to be making a run for it. So that really leaves Kamala Harris, and we're hearing could be presented here soon, Michelle Obama. So absolutely incredible. As people are saying rumors, yes. And just to clarify, right now the rumor mill is running nuts. When things are confirmed, I will let you guys know. But we cannot overlook the rumors right now, because so far the rumors have been right. The leaked sources have been accurate. So like I said, I'm going to cite the sources for you guys. You can choose to, have your opinion whichever way, but I've got all my sources linked in the description. You can take a look at what has been coming out, and time will tell. Very soon here, we will see what is actually going to be taking place. We're going to be seeing how Joe Biden's health is, and I'll keep you guys up to date on all of this. And also, let me know, do you think that Michelle Obama could beat Trump? Now, that is the question. Okay, let's just say that Michelle Obama does come to the forefront as the Democratic Party's candidate. Can she beat Trump? Now, I know a lot of people might say, I don't want her to beat Trump, but do you think she can beat Trump? If you think she would actually be a contender against Trump, put yes. If you think she wouldn't, put no. I'm already seeing Shell put no, I don't know, putting no, Mary putting no. I'm seeing a couple people putting yes. Luz is saying yes. Some people are saying yes. Now, it's interesting because as much as Trump resonates with the Republican Party on the right, that's the same sort of resonation that happened with Obama on the left. So it could be a very interesting run if Michelle Obama were to get that pick. Now, here's the thing, too, is that we actually had a statement released from Vivek Ramaswamy today, and he's actually the one that called it. You'll recall months ago during the Republican debates, he had come out and said, why don't the Democrats stop this farce and let us know who your actual candidate is going to be? We all know that it's not going to be Joe Biden. He does not have a chance against the Republican Party. He is in cognitive decline. Tell us, is it going to be Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama? This call by Vivek Ramaswamy literally months ago, and it turns out that he was right. And now today he came out and he said, I invite the Democrats to do an open contest. Don't just hand it over to Kamala Harris. Pick whoever you think is the best candidate so that way we can have an actual contest. Pick your top contender to run against ours, which is Donald Trump, so that way we can beat you fair and square, he said. Man, let me know your thoughts. He said he thinks it's best for the country for us to have the two best candidates run against each other, and then we can see who America wants. So right now we're hearing that would be Michelle Obama versus Donald Trump. We will see. I see Genevieve saying that Gavin Newsom has already ruined California. No to gruesome. Yeah, and gruesome Newsom, and I think was it Trump was calling him Newscum, but we've heard that Newsom is saying no, that he is not going to run, that he's essentially letting Harris take the reins. But the Obamas are saying no, we don't know, or we don't think that Harris is the best candidate. So we're going to be seeing here very soon. Now, do me a favor. If I could get 130 more likes, we'd have 2,000 likes while we're live here in the room. That would be fantastic. All it does is spread this out further so more people can get the updates. And like I said, I'll keep you guys up to date. Whatever we find out about Joe Biden, I will be sure to share. But there's a lot of speculation right now that the letter that was signed was not his. His calendar has been wiped clean. The signature didn't look like his. And today, Kamala Harris in a speech saying, Joe, I know you're still on the call. People saying she almost said recording. Man, so we will see. I will keep you guys up to date. But that is the latest, you guys. And also, if you missed the video yesterday about the people that are going to be running, we're hearing it's not just Harris. Check it out right after this one. I'll pin it in the comments for you right after I get out of here. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.